That was fast. What's up? Why can't I hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Well, at
I
least it's
can hear
me there.
you. Yeah.
I'm Lisa.
Hi. Yeah.
There you are.
Hello, hello.
It's a little humid today. I'm not used to that, so my hair is just like
Mine
I
too.
know it's really hot here. Where are you?
Toronto.
Oh, yeah, we knew that.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. It was like 90 here today, actually.
Oh yeah, you guys have been getting like really hot weather, like
Uh-huh.
insane
Yeah.
numbers. That's really
Yeah.
awesome. So how does this normally go down? I know that I'm going to be like answering the three questions I came in. Do you guys have any
So
other plans for?
no, we're kind of gonna give you the floor. So I'll introduce you and just like I'll pass the floor to you. Like I'll just say hello to everybody and then give you like a really brief intro and then let you do your thing. And is it okay? Maybe we close that little door, the closet. Um, if we leave some time for questions,
Oh yeah, like I mean, I was going to
because
where
I
are
want you
we?
to be able to give your presentation to or talk about, what you do and stuff. And
Yeah, my intro really is going to be quick. And then I'm going to go through the three questions that like you like specifically wrote down here. Um, Honestly, that shouldn't take too much time. And then I was really gonna think about just leaving it up to questions, right?
yeah,
Like
I love that.
whoever wants to ask me a question, like I'll take as long as I need to answer everybody.
Good.
Um, and then yeah, like I mean, at the end, I'll do like a quick little, I guess like a quick little pitch and
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
say, hey,
Yeah.
like I got a community
Yeah.
for this price. Like if you guys want in, we can talk more and call it a
And
day.
then we can put will you be you're recording this? We can save it for we can share it.
Yeah, I am recording.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm doing this off of like this MacBook Neo that I just bought, so
Cool.
I hope it actually like records
You
properly.
are you loving it? Because I need to get a new, I was looking at that
So far,
computer.
yes. So far, yes. I haven't done like a full edit on it because like, being in film, but uh all my buddies that are in the industry, they were literally like, watch my MacBook Neo just render 8K footage like it's going out of style. And I was like,
Wow.
oh shit, this is pretty quick. Okay. So
Yeah.
I think if you pair it with like an external SSD drive and like you just edit from the SSD, I think it's a smoke show.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. And for like 900 bucks, like I mean, well, it was 900 Canadian, but I mean like
That's
Yeah.
cheap.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Apple's first computer that they were just like, we just want to make some like bullshit student laptop. Like it's there's no bells and whistles, there's nothing pretty about it. You can't upgrade it. It comes as it is, and that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um, cool. Okay. So yeah, I think we have a good plan. I think they're gonna love you. We have no idea how many people will show up. Sometimes it's like packed to the hills, and then sometimes you've got like 10 people. So it really depends, but they seemed really excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we can start whenever if you want to start like in a few minutes and just let people load in.
I mean, yeah, if they already have the link as they're coming in, I'll just like accept them. Like I can,
Oh, perfect. Because we're on, you can already see if somebody, okay.
yeah. So I mean, I normally like to give about like 5 minutes just to give people a chance to like get in.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then yeah, once they're in, they're in, we're good to go. Like I mean, look, I'm used to doing one-on-one, so even having 10 people in here is like that
Okay.
it's like a different ball game. I feel like I'm always by myself. So this is
That's funny. Well, not tonight. Also, we'll share your social media handles and stuff with our team.
okay.
That way, if they want to connect with you and, set something up or whatever. So, what would you prefer? Like Instagram, Facebook, both, either do a website? Or what would you prefer?
Primarily Facebook and YouTube right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like I do have a website, but it's in like a revamp kind of model. So I'm
Yeah. Yeah. That's
I
okay.
that should be done this week. So obviously it still works. Like all links to everything work, but it's just like it's like the old version of me. So I'm just like, to me it's ugly, but
Oh, trust me, my business website is like 10 years overdue for a makeover. I mean, it's so bad that I don't even give it. I just do myself, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh. So, and people use social media handles anyways, I think more than sites anymore.
yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let in Dana and Rebecca.
Oh, cool.
Here we go.
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Dana.
Hi, Elisa.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Dana.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi,
look at
Lefty.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
I love it.
This is typically not my studio space, so I normally cringe at blurred Zoom backgrounds, so please forgive me today.
You're fine.
Can you guys hear his little Canadian accent?
I love it.
I know.
Wow.
Oh
Well,
my
at
God.
least I don't have that like stupid Torontonian accent, which is like
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah, you
hate
sound
that.
like my ex-husband.
Oh, well, oops.
Oh
Oops.
my
It's
gosh.
fine. Fine.
That's
Hi,
so fun.
Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. I don't know if she's gonna pop on her face or not.
That's all right. We're just
Yeah, we're
gonna
just
wait a
gonna,
couple minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally
Everybody
fine.
has like access to the chat, right? Like,
Yep.
okay, cool. Because when I get to talking, I'm gonna do my very best if somebody pops any questions in there. But I am gonna be answering the questions that were given to me first and foremost, and then pretty much from there, I'm just gonna open the floor to all you ladies, whatever you want to ask me, and kind of just have a nice back and forth riff session.
I love it.
Good,
I don't know
good,
how
good.
many other people we're waiting for, but it seems like we
I
got
don't
a.
know. Let's see. What time is it?
It's 8:01.
All right. Well, I
Everyone's
just
early.
posted. I posted in the green team telling everybody that we were on.
Okay. Yeah, we can wait another minute and then go ahead and get started.
Sure, not a problem.
And then
Well,
they can, when they pop on, they can tune in or whatever.
yeah.
Oh, Catherine lost the Zoom link.
Oh,
Ugh. Yeesh.
Amani.
Hi, Amani.
Hey. Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Catherine, Zoom. Okay.
Cool. All right.
Should we wait for Catherine or?
Is she
Yeah, I
popping
mean,
on,
you
Julie?
can. She's like, I lost the link. So
Oh,
I
we
just
got
sent it to her.
Michelle and we got Catherine. Here we go.
Yay.
Yay. Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Hi,
ladies.
Catherine. You made it. Yay.
Hello.
Hi. All right.
Hi.
Well,
Yeah. So, Julia, do you want to? Well, I'll just say hello, and then I'm going to let you introduce Lefty since you
all
made
right.
the. All right, ladies. Hello, hello. Thank you for popping on our team call. We are super excited about tonight because it's not somebody inside the Green Compass company, but it is somebody who is in the world of media, social media, entertainment, and branding. And that's what we do in our daily lives with Green Compass and outside of it. So I think it's healthy and good to hear from other voices sometimes. So this is somebody who Julie originally connected with. So I'm going to allow her to just kind of share that connection maybe and introduce our speaker tonight.
Yep. So, I think Lefty, you messaged me on um Facebook
Yep.
asking me about what I thought of my brand. And I was like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know what. This is what I do. This is who I am. This is how I show up. And so we started talking back and forth, and he said, let me give you a little bit of homework. So we came out, he gave me the ideas for the 5 days of videos that we wanted to, that we shared with you guys, because I'm like, I'm not going to hold this to myself if everybody could benefit from it. So I was like, I better, what's the saying? Ask for forgiveness later or something like that. I don't know that saying.
Yeah,
Like you do
it's
it.
better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's right. So I was
Well,
like, I'm just going to share it with the team and then I'm going to let Lefty know that I shared it with everybody.
wait, Julia, can I tell him a secret too about your
Yeah.
first call with him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lefty, you don't know this, but go ahead,
Oh
Elisa.
boy.
So she called me and she's like, "Oh, I've got this call with this guy," and she's like, "I'm going to put you on mute, and you're going to be on mute, and you're going to listen to the whole thing." So I was in my bathroom, and I am listening to your whole phone call with her. I'm like going
That's
to the
so funny.
bathroom, and I'm and I'm
I had
and
her
I'm
on
like,
FaceTime and I muted her. I'm like, I just want you to listen. So, like, there's another set of ears because just in case I miss something important, I wanted her to be there as well.
Well,
So
clearly I
there's
made a great first impression. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
that's right. Absolutely right.
"Oh my gosh,
That's
So
okay."
anyway,
so
So
funny.
that's how I met Lefty was he messaged me first and then gave me the homework and it just kind of has gone from there. And he's
Yep.
really good at what he does.
Oh, thank
We're
you.
excited to have him
In a nutshell. In a
in a
nutshell.
nutshell.
There is yeah, so I mean if you guys want, you can go to my YouTube channel and there's a film that I put out for myself that was produced by one of by myself and one of my other filmmakers on my team. It's called My Big Fat Origin Story. So I'm not going to get into the weeds of how I got into all this, but the shorter version of it is like I grew up and I was born and raised into a media family who was in radio and television, and pretty much growing up I was always with cameras in my faces, always with cameras in my face. Nothing new to me, and I didn't want to take that direction, so I got into DJing, traveled the world, was able to produce a lot of great records. And lo and behold, when I met my girlfriend, who is now my wife of almost 10 years, I wanted to be home more and I didn't want to be on the road. So I was like, how can I still be creative without needing to be on the road so much? So I was like, oh, maybe I'll like get into video and get into filmmaking. And that's pretty much exactly what I did. And again, I've been doing that for also 10 years now. Um, and why I wanted to do it is because I realized that everybody has a story to tell, but not everybody really knows how to tell their story. And although I am talking about an origin story, I would say it is the worst advice that you could possibly get from anybody, because we hear all the gurus out there, you have to have an origin story, you got to tell your story, you got to do this, you got to do that. Well, guess what? If nobody knows you, nobody gives a shit that you want a spelling bee in the sixth grade. Okay? So I would I would highly recommend that, not to say that origin stories don't work, but if you want to think about it from like an episodic standpoint, you should probably start this as your season two to your storytelling. Not don't give us the origin story right out the gate. I think the best films and the best shows, and we all watch TV at some point, they put us right into the action, right? I don't know how many people have a Showcase subscription, but one of my favorite shows on there was All Her Fault. And to give you a perfect example of that, we didn't watch a mother who just, had a great home life, had a great family life, was taking her kids to the picnics and the parks and all that. We literally got dropped into a mom picking up her kid from what she thought was a play date to find out that her kid got kidnapped. Boom, like right in the action. And when you're thinking about your content, that's kind of how you want to do it too. You want to think of your content as like a based on true story, but like kind of like a coming of age film, right? We want to be able to be we want to give the audience enough of what we're doing right now and what matters to us right now, and sprinkle in the origin story here and there, where you can talk about, that sixth grade spelling bee and whatnot in like a sentence. You say it in passing, but as you start leaving all these little Easter eggs, it's almost like, oh fuck, Julia is onto something, and she's really not giving us the full picture. But by the time she's ready to give us the full picture, I care. Everybody catching on so far? Because I know I can speak a mile a minute with all this stuff. So. So essentially that is how you want to think of it. You want to just put the audience in the action, and just give it to them like with whatever's happening. There's Memorial Day and Victoria Day here in Canada, and it's like if you're going to tell the story, tell the story of what's happening literally tomorrow. Like maybe you got shot in the face by one of the fireworks. It was like a mishap. Who knows, right? Like tell us about it. Tell us like what led up to that moment. And I always like to say that there's a difference between telling a story and being a storyteller. And what a lot of online people do and why a lot of individuals are having trouble standing out is because you're now understanding that stories are important, yet you are just giving us the facts. Like this happened, then that happened, then this happened, then that happened, then this happened. That, my lovelies, is a Wikipedia page. That's not a story, right? So you want to you like give us the world, right? If I got shot in the face by a firework, I want to talk about the smells, the sounds, what was happening in that moment, what was going on, who was I with? Did something out of the blue distract me that had me turn back that poof, I got it, right? Like what was happening in that moment was if the food truck that I was just about to buy my ice cream cone from if only it was a foot closer to the right, maybe I would have not been hit by that firework. Build a world and don't be scared to build that world online. Not everything on social media has to be like a hook and a call
Thank
to
you.
action.
Six. Give me a thing.
Can I mute everybody? There you go. Oh, is everybody good? Yeah. Okay. Um, so yeah, not everybody has to be a hook. Not everything has to be a hook. Not everything has to be a call to action. Obviously, like stories have hooks, right? It's how the movies start. It's how TV shows start. And one of my personal favorites would be Deadpool 2. And I don't know if anybody has seen Deadpool 2, but I love how you just see all the chaos and you see all the junk and crap happening around him, the destruction. Then you got a top-down shot over Ryan Reynolds, and he's just like, in order for you to understand what happened here, I got to take you back to the beginning. Rewind, and then it shows them, 5 days ago or 7 days ago or whatever. And then we get that whole journey of what happened, and we finally make it back to the end, and it's a beautiful story, right? So those are those are hooks in themselves, right? Think about the journey that you want to take somebody on, and then find a way where it doesn't have to sound like an ad. It could literally just be like my business, crossed $1 million in sales yesterday. But before I get to that, let me tell you how, ripping my sock on my bed frame led to that $1 million. Oh, okay, there's a whole story there. I need to know what's going on, right? So we're already kind of reframing and restructuring how the mind is thinking in terms of how we're going to tell this story rather than just sounding like your typical car salesman, right? So that is truly how I think of things and how I would build, right? Um, for those of you that are on YouTube or maybe have not dabbled into YouTube yet, YouTube yesterday or a couple days ago literally just said in front of Hulu, Disney, Netflix, all of them, they said, we are not competing to be television anymore. We are television. And as of 2025, they have dominated television streaming by 77% in the United States alone. And Netflix has dropped 2 points below YouTube in streaming. So, if that doesn't excite you to start looking at your brand as like a television network, I don't know what else I can do. But for me, that's like super exciting to know that, well, there's two things that excite me. One, I probably don't have to I don't have to fight an algorithm anymore. And two, I get to be really creative and take my time and film the things that I want to film because, you know, in terms of like life in general, we have things that we are doing, like lives, no matter what, no matter whether we like it or not, life will life. So at the same time, I think the stress and the problem is that somehow along the way some guru on the internet told you that like you have to post this many times a week, you have to post this many times a day at this time at this hour. I'm sorry, I didn't know that you were the Globe and Mail and you owed a newsletter to somebody. I don't know, I didn't get the email. Did you guys get that email? Because last time I checked, I don't owe you anything on a Tuesday afternoon. Like, I don't. I'm going to put out what I want to put out when I want to put it out, right? So let's get back to this whole television model. And I'm going to use an example of one of my wife's favorite television shows is Young and the Restless. You would have to think, you would have to honestly be like bad shit crazy. You'd have to be cuckoo to think that they are filming, producing, and editing a show every day for the next morning. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not how it works. They already have the entire season, may it be 24 episodes, 36 episodes, 48 episodes. They have already been shot in advance and scheduled out on their own time. So when you can start thinking in episodes and you can start thinking as a network instead of a content creator, now you can be like, okay, cool. Maybe I'm going to talk about what's gone on in my life right now and sprinkle in moments of what happened last month, and then I'll post it the following month and then let that ride out and then do it again for season two and then season three and then season four, right? I like to create my content in a way where it's this, I guess it's this mechanism where it's like somebody asks me a question and I automatically, even if it's a vlog, I can be like, oh, I have a video for that. No matter what your question is, I have a video for that. You guys asked me what type of content actually converts. I most likely have a video for that, right? And it eliminates me having to chat all day every day. Not to say that I don't want to like have amazing conversations with all you lovely ladies, but I look at it in a sense where it's like if I was to send you a video link and you were willing to give me 5, maybe even 10 minutes of your time, then I know that's somebody that I probably want to work with. But if you're constantly trying to get in the DMs, like have conversations with people, and then you send them a video, and then, maybe you get busy too. So you send them a message 2 days, 3 days later. Hey, what's up? Just want to follow up. Did you get a chance to watch that video? Oh, no, sorry. Like, you know, politely, you can go fuck yourself. Like, personally, that's like, if you can't give me 5 minutes of your day to watch a video, I probably don't want you as a client. Let's be realistic. But to just piggyback off of, what type of content actually converts into customers or business partners, the truth is it's not really a specific piece of content. it's you, it's your personality, it's how you deliver your message, it's your quirkiness, it's the things that you have learned to kind of like shave down the edges and make yourself safe. That's what's actually killing your customers and your business partners, because there's somebody out there that, you know, might also have a trucker's mouth that is just praying that you also have a trucker's mouth, but you're just like, oh, I can't say shit. Oh, I can't say fuck. Oh, I can't. Oh, no, I'm not gonna wear that stupid outfit. Oh, wear the stupid outfit because there's other people that wear stupid outfits, right? Like it's just being, and it's more than just being like true and being you, even though yes, that is. But like this is a great example that I love to give, and it's pretty much called the front stage self and the backstage self. If you know anything about theater, there's a front stage and there's a backstage. Okay? The more authentic you can be is by closing the gap between the front stage and the backstage. Okay? Now, if this is not making sense to you, allow me to make it make sense. So, I'll give example number one. Let's use Ellen DeGeneres. Okay? Ellen, we have not seen her on TV in a few years. Okay? Why is that? Because her front stage, she showed us the happy-go-lucky, always friendly, always like I'm the cool lesbian, just like giving money here, doing charity things there, this, that. And then you got the backstage. And the backstage is she was a complete monster. She treated her staff like garbage. She had allegations and accusations and just all this nastiness about her. So now we have a problem. We have an authenticity problem, because authenticity is not just you being yourself. It's not being like, okay, this is me and this is who I am, because you can be authentic and still be performative. So we want to have you lose the performative side of who you are. And in order to do that, and this is probably going to sound really funny, but that like that version of you that's on the couch on a Friday night in your underwear eating Cheetos, that is your most authentic self. Like that, we want to like bring the couch version of you to the online world. And you probably will piss a few people off, and you probably will like lose followers and lose, subscribers and lose friends in the process. But then while that's happening, something really cool is happening. You're gonna you're gonna slowly let all the people that you don't want take the door, and all the people that you actually want, because this whole time you're like, oh man, I can't find my ideal client. Well, guess what? The ideal client is now like creeping in and taking those people's places, right? Now, to go on the opposite side of what really looks like a very narrow gap is whether you love him or hate him, Donald Trump. Okay. And I use Donald Trump as an example, whether, like I said, whether you love him or hate him, is the fact that, and I'm going to, use a pretty broad example because he's made some pretty derogatory comments, but the thing is he is not afraid to be, let's say, a womanizer behind closed doors as he is in front of the camera. And because he owns it, you're never going to cancel the guy, because you're always going to be like, yeah, he's a womanizer, but that's just Trump. And that's why you excuse his actions, because you no matter how much you might hate the guy, you're just like, but he's fucking honest. Like that's him. Like he's being him. You can't like how do you cancel a guy like that? It's difficult. because he's not really, even though he might be saying things that we don't like, he's not exactly deceiving us. You get what I'm saying? Ellen, on the other hand, deceived us. She made us feel like this is the chick that I want to hang out with, and then you're like, I don't want to hang out with that bitch. No way, right? So so when you can close that gap between front stage and backstage, yo, you are gonna see like miracles happen. And it's not easy. Believe me, we are creatures of wanting to be liked and wanting approval, and we chase approval. So it is probably the hardest thing to do. And if you are going to be, I don't know, dabbling in this, even just a little bit, and you are afraid to do it, there are ways that you can kind of like do it in baby steps. Write like a hook, or like maybe use one of those like tile posts that just say like unpopular opinion, right? Test the water that way. And at least like the audience will already understand by reading unpopular opinion that you're probably going to say something that, you know, you believe, and you're probably going to call out some people on their shit, and it's okay. They're going to accept it. And then once you start seeing the acceptance, then you just, you know, start digging the knife a little more and a little more and a little more until you just become so relentlessly you, and it's just like that's it. That's where we are, right? Does anybody have any questions on that one, or should I keep the ball rolling? We're good? Okay. So let me see what that second question was. Learning how to market products without sounding salesy or pushy. Um, you know, this is one that I honestly have to say, like, um, you honestly you have to love human connection more than you do money, right? Like, I'll give you an example because Julia had already brought it up. She was literally just like, you just messaged me and you're like, what do you like and not like about your brand? Just curious, right? Like, I wasn't, you know, itching to get on a Zoom call. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't really discovering calling, you know, like I wasn't getting into like that problem solution type. I was genuinely just asking, be like, yo, I'm talking to a few people, like, what do you like and what do you hate? Like, just, you know, what's up? Like, can I help you in any way? Right? So I think the best way to get out of the sales, the salesy talk is, is literally just have a conversation. Like literally just have a conversation. And there's nothing wrong with being cheeky about it, right? Like there's so many people that are like, you know, oh man, what's that one example where it's like um it goes something along the lines of like, hey, like I saw that we were in the same group and like I thought we would be friends. Like, shut up. Like, no. No, you don't want to be friends with me. That's a lie. Like, what are you trying to sell me? Like, you know, I always like just going in with like a little bit of humor. I mean that's me, right? If you seem to be like a funny person, or like if you like bring that personality into it. Like I started opening up a lot of my conversations with literally just being like, "Yo, I need you to settle this for me for just 1 second. If a friend and I were running away from a bear, like, do I have to outrun the bear, or do I just have to outrun my friend?" And the response rate on that is literally everybody is like, you know, how much do you like your friend? Like, you know, but like the point is like the response rate is just through the roof because I'm not trying to like sell them on anything. I'm literally just like, yo, can you settle this for me? Like if I was gonna be DMing like a bunch of like women, being like a woman myself, if I was, I would probably just be like, yo, Macy's or Sephora. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Like, let's go. Let's have that debate right now. You know what I mean? So, so think about it, right? Like, think about how you can just be a person, be a human, be like be genuinely interested, you know? Eh, I mean, for me, like, I don't know. I look at every conversation as if I'm about to take somebody out on a first date. And if I'm doing all the talking, I'm doing something wrong, right? I need to genuinely be interested in who you are, what you're about, what you're doing, what your interests are, what your hobbies are, what do you do for a life, what do you do for a living, right? Like I literally treat every conversation as if I'm on a date. And that's probably the easiest solution that I can give you guys to that question is just like not being, salesy or pushy. Like, here's the thing. The pushy part is where it gets a little tricky because at the end of the day, you are still a brand. You are still you're here to make money, not make friends, okay? Um and I'm sure like women's intuition, you have this a lot more than I do, but like know when you're about to get friend zoned and cut that shit off. Like cut it off. Even if like you feel like you're about to get friend zoned, right away just be like, "Yo, can we schedule a call, man?" Like, you know what I mean? Like go into business at that point. It is okay to be a little pushy, but the moment you take it a little too far and your conversation now just becomes friendly, you've been friend zoned. And guess what? None of my friends buy from me, so none of your friends are going to buy from you either. So so just don't get friend zoned. Like you just got to stay like hot and true to yourself. Like just be that sexy thing and just get them on that discovery call. But just be chill about it, you know? Think about it from like if you were to plan like a two-part date, right? You get into the DMs. Maybe that's dinner, appetizers, right? But it's early. You went to dinner at 7. You're not gonna go home at 9. You might want to go to dancing. You might want to go get a couple drinks. So you don't want to get friend zoned and shake hands after dinner. You got to get them to that dance floor. You know what I mean? So that's where I would start to get like pushy if I notice that I'm gonna be friend zoned in the DMs, right? And that's pretty much all I have for you there. It's like literally just be human, be yourself, like just have a genuine conversation. Um, maybe, maybe do a little bit of profile scouting, you know? Don't necessarily feel like you have to DM everybody like every day. Like get that mindset out of like, oh my God, but my old coach told me if I don't do 50 DMs a day, I'm never gonna make any money and I gotta get to $10,000 a month. And like if you can just chill, put together like a game plan and essentially create your like top 100 list, might take you a week, might even take you 2 weeks, but go through some profiles, siphon through some people, and be like, yeah, I would love to have a conversation with that person, but now you're ready. Now you're ready. You don't have to guess at like DMing because some asshole told you you have to DM 50 people a day. Like, I don't have time to DM 50 people a day. What the hell? Right? It's a crazy. It's crazy. But you will notice that as you're like talking to more of the right people, you will get more of the right buyers and faster buyers. Just because like the only reason why the 50 DM strategy like doesn't always work and then maybe you get 15 sales out of that is because you're just going on a bunch of blind dates. You know nothing about the person. You're just saying hello, 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 and you're just expecting them to write back to you. Like that's like the equivalent of like you guys getting hey sexy on Tinder. You're not fucking responding to hey sexy. Like let's be realistic. Like you're just gonna be like, oh, this again, delete, delete. The people on Facebook are doing the same thing because they know what you want from them. So take that time. Take that time and like, you know, everybody likes to say return on investment. I like to say return on relationship. So start thinking of your ROR rather than your ROI. And the floodgates, no matter what it is that you're looking for, will open. Now, creating reels, videos with more confidence and less overwhelm. Well, I have a love-hate relationship with vertical content. I guess that is the filmmaker in me, and if it's not on a big screen, I don't care for it. But um, the confidence level, well, the confidence level really, if you do have a confidence issue, it could primarily stem from the fact that you are trying to sound a little too professional. You are trying to get the words right. You are not being true to yourself. You're not being authentic to yourself. You're just like, oh my God, is this person gonna like it? Like, who gives a crap if that person likes it, right? Um, I would say you're gonna build your confidence level when you understand that art is for you, and whether the people like it or not, that's on them. Nobody can turn around to you and say you made a shitty reel because art is subjective. The information that you the information that you give within the reel is what's making the lack of confidence happen, right? You're trying to sound too perfect, right? You're not you're trying to get the information out. And I don't know, maybe you girls want to throw it in the chat, but like, are you a brand or are you a fact checker? Because I ain't no fact checker, right? If you are just going to be somebody that is just going to be spitting facts out all day, you will lose. You will lose 11 out of 10 times because I have ChatGPT for you. I have Claude for you. I have Gemini. I have Google. I have Wikipedia. I have YouTube. I have Ask the Public or answerthepublic.com. Like, which, by the way, answerthepublic.com is probably one of the greatest websites if you need ideas. But the point is that what AI has done is it's made information a commodity. And because it's made information a commodity, you are not going to win on a commodity. You are not going to win on information alone. You can only win now on personality. And and that's it. Like that's it. You know, if and man, like it really sucks because like it's so hard to like want to show like you're like I try and make bad videos all the time, and then I'm just like, oh my God, but like people know me for like making good videos, so it's like I can't like when you see like very terrible work done, it's like that's a skill in itself to know that like you can make something good and then you have to make it look like crap. But I'm on the hunt to make like the worst film ever. So like one day that'll happen. Um, but don't be afraid. Like, look, like everybody's got a phone. Like I use my phone from time to time. Um, there's nothing wrong with you using your phone. And don't listen to anybody else where it's like, oh, you need a Sony and you need this and you need a Canon and oh, if you don't have like this drone and this that like you're gonna be left behind. I'm gonna eliminate something. Do you want to know what the best camera is? The best camera ever. Do you want to know what it is? The one that gets the shot. The one that gets the shot is the best camera. I don't care if you're using a drone. I don't care if you're using a phone. I don't care if you're using an action camera. I don't care if you're using an entire Hollywood rigged out system. It's the one that gets the shot is the best camera. So don't be afraid to just play around with angles and like shoot above your head, shoot below, shoot the side, shoot this way, put it like far away from you. Like Like I do the craziest things all the time just to try and get some shots. Like heck, I've even rigged my cameras in the shower before just to try and get those overhead Hollywood shots with like the water coming down and hoping that nothing is exposed when I actually edit. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if something like that did happen, well, guess what? You all saw my butt. There's nothing I can do about it now. But you just build the muscle, right? The confidence is just building the muscle. You're gonna look stupid at first. Like if you don't look stupid, then you're doing it wrong. That's how I look at it, right? Um, Even at the level that I'm at, I look stupid, right? Like I feel stupid sometimes, and I know what I'm doing, but there's still people that are like 50 times ahead of me and better than me, and I'm still learning from them, right? But don't be afraid to look stupid. Don't be afraid even if you like don't actually post anything and you just film something for yourself just because you want to like journal and just get your thoughts out and just get comfortable just getting your thoughts out. And then let's say it just never gets published. You just leave it in your cloud somewhere. Do that. Do that. There's and I want to say one thing before I get to Q&A, but there is something as adults that we have completely forgot and completely eliminated from our systems. And that is pretty much it's fuck around and find out. Like kids don't care. Like kids have no shame. They have no fault. They don't care who's looking. They don't care who's watching. They're gonna touch that thing. They're gonna put that other thing in their mouth. They're gonna do like they don't care. Right? So like eh, even from the confidence standpoint, like I would just say like be a kid. Like, like go back if you can remember and just go back and just be like, yo, what did like 6-year-old me, what did they used to do? And like, would they really care? Like I would literally spend a day with yourself. Take like a personal day and just go back and do your very best to create a content day from the 6-year-old version of yourself. And just be stupid, be silly, be goofy. Don't care. Like, who cares if you're even like half out of the frame? Like, just have fun because content creation should be fun. It's not meant to be a job, but we make it a job because we put all these like like I'm gonna say it again. We let assholes on the internet give us all these rules that make it like not fun to do, and then we get so worked up that by the time it's done, like we don't, by the time we're ready to push record, it's like, oh, the new thing now came out, and now I have to learn that. And guess what? Like, just want to let you guys all know, like, you are a human being. You're not a trend, okay? You're not a trend. You're not a news outlet. You are a human being. Start acting like one. Stop giving in to all the crap that you guys see, and you'll go like no, you'll go so much further than all the crap that's in your head right now. But I want to leave. I want to open the floor to some Q&A. Let's get that going. I love this because I can talk for days.
First of all, so good. It's just a different kind of energy that I think all of us needed, and they couldn't have got from any one of us here within our team or Green Compass. And it's so real, and it's such a genuine perspective that makes so much sense. It's so simplistic, but also makes so much sense.
Mm,
And yeah, so I just want to thank you. I don't have a question at the moment, but like I just
okay, well, you're
I
welcome.
I got so much from that.
Okay, what did you get out of it? Like, what's your thing?
I took lots of notes. I won't go through them all. We are taught to think of our posts and things like that as storytelling, but I've never thought about it from like filmmaking, right? Because we're not in that, but I think you don't have to be a producer or in that industry to think about your life and your day and your posts and your content as making it like it's like an episode. They're episodes, and so I really thought that that was a good way to think about it. You know, I like what you said. Look at your brand like a TV network,
Yeah.
and taking your time because I agree with you. I think we do feel rushed. We've got to get out the content. We have to talk about this sale, and then we're putting stuff out there that nobody, even ourselves, would take a look at. You know what I mean? If we were scrolling, and and so the other thing that really stuck out was the front stage self and backstage self. That resonates with me because as a somebody in the spotlight in media and performer and that sort of thing to a degree, I'm always on. And
Hmm.
I do feel like I'm authentic, but it's still always still a show. Like I have a lot of people that like my fiance, he's like, the world gets Elisa, but I get the real Elisa.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah, yeah,
know?
yeah.
And so that resonated with me. So I love how you said be relentlessly you.
Okay.
And then I'll just say a couple more and then I'll open it up. Okay.
I mean, I'm not pressed for time. Like this isn't like a hard stop in like an
Okay, I just
hour.
didn't want to
Okay.
like take away. I love the concept of the friend zone because it is. Can't tell you how many times I've had people say, "When do I convert the conversation?" And it's different for everybody. You can't, but like I like that analogy when you think it's starting to shift because we all know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not responding as much, or it's been a day or two, and so immediately we need to go into that. Like he's right, and then if we need to bump up the urgency or back away or whatever. But I liked that concept a lot. um Return on relationships, and that's something that we and loving relationships more than money. I can't remember what you actually said. Oh, you have to love human connection more than you like money.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful because I believe that that's who we are at Green Compass. But if we're thinking about that when we're having those conversations, I think that will really resonate. And yeah, so I mean I have some more, but I'll let others chime in.
Cool. Okay, let's see. We got something we got here. What's the best way to share the product on our page in real life? Do you talk about the product or just use it in the background?
Does
Okay,
that make sense?
that's a great question. So, do you like if you have like a specific like let's say studio or section that you film in, right? Like if you maybe I don't know, like you have like you built an IKEA shelf or something and you just have something in the background. Like I love Easter eggs, right?
Right.
Easter eggs are my jam. I love it. I know I'm not in my studio right now, but if you were to look at my studio, I have like Nerf guns up on the wall. I have like WWE action figures. I have like vinyl records. I have like there's so many things going on in the background where if you like weren't paying attention to me and you just saw what was happening, you'd be like, oh, like, okay, Nerf guns, okay, he's like a big kid. Oh, he's a wrestling fan. Oh, like he's timeless. He loves vinyls. Like, oh, I see a PlayStation 5. Okay, so he's a gamer, like you want to use that like I think what like DJing specifically taught me and what the Easter eggs can teach everybody is the best acting is done in nonverbal communication, right? Like Leo and Matthew McConaughey and Zendaya and all these amazing actors, they're not good because they can deliver a line. They're good because they know how to replicate the emotion that is going to deliver the line. So it's all the nonverbal communication, right? So when I can, if you have your products behind you on a shelf, or maybe like one product, or maybe you switch them around every so often. It's like, ooh, like which one is she going to put up this week? Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
you kind of start to build a world, right? You start to build a world, and that's kind of like what you want to do is like everyone thinks that like Hollywood is or like filmmaking is for Hollywood. No, it's for everybody. Like you can use those same tactics, and it's like that these are the tactics that I teach, where it's like it's not, it's not Lefty the human being, it's Lefty the character, right? And I have a supporting cast. I have my parents, I have my brother, I have my wife. These are people that are part of my universe. They are the supporting actors, but I'm the main character, right? So they help push that journey and that story forward. The area that I live in, the studio, like the studio that I built, these are all like my sets, right? You want to make like we are also creatures of habit, right? Like outside of Friends being the best television show in history, we knew what we were getting. We were getting Ross's apartment, Joey's apartment, the cafe, and Monica's apartment. And they were the same every single week. Every single week. We like creatures of habit. We knew what we were getting. It wasn't like, oh shit, one day she's at the park, then she's at the gym, then she's at a restaurant, then she's at the airport, then she like we can never follow you. Like it's so hard to follow you if you don't give us like sets, right? So think of even like even if you walk around your home, start looking at every room like a set. Like, oh, okay, like what can I talk about here? Right? Like when I'm at my desk, for example, um, when I'm at my desk, you know that shit's about to get real. I'm going to give you some like real conversation. I'm going to give you like a real educational talk. But then I also have a part of my studio where I love sitting on the floor and I have my arms perched up like this on the couch. You know, I'm about to give you kind of like a journalistic, real approach where I'm going to be a little bit more calm, cool, and collected with you, right? So different sets and the different energy level of and the positioning of how I'm sitting is what I do for different types of content. You can do a type of content where it's like use the products and never mention them and just be like and like let people be like what the fuck is she doing? What is she making? What is she but never talk about the product. You're just doing your thing and let people be like what is that? Oh, like huh? Like you know what I mean? Um I did that, I did that in the documentary that I'm currently working on because I'm on a journey of myself right now where it was like it was called Always the Fat Kid, and I have episode 1 out right now. And to save face to my personal trainers that are helping me on this journey, yeah, you would see me like sit there and mix shakes and cook meals and whatever, but like I'm never actually talking about what I'm doing. I'm not sitting there going, "So guys, I'm frying 3 eggs right now and I'm using this BCA because it's like the best one and my energy's really good because of this electrolyte." No, I'm just doing my daily thing and you're going, "What the fuck? What product is that?" Like if he's using it, maybe I want to use it,
Right.
right? So just kind of have it in passing or maybe you're creating a shot of like um I mean you have a shot of let's say like you're at your coffee maker and you're making coffee in the morning and the product is just in the background, right? Still somewhat in focus, like just never really like draw attention to it. It's just like to them it's something new that they're discovering. For you it's just something that's always there. Like when like you've had like a friend comes over and they're like and they go, wow, you have that, and you're like, oh, what, that? Oh, that's always been there. You know what I mean? Like you want them to have that, ooh, what is that? And you're like, oh, what, that? Oh, like I've had that for like 2 years already. Like, here, you want it? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the vibe that you give when you put it in the background. Like, just use it and don't pay any attention to it. Don't draw attention to it.
Okay.
But you should also
Right.
have specific content where you are like, yo, I'm using this for this reason. And this
Okay.
is and this is why you should use it too. But sprinkle that in every so often. Don't make it your
All
page.
done. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Because if we fall in love with you, like it doesn't matter if you left the company tomorrow and you went and, started a crochet business. Like we're gonna love you because you're crocheting now. Like, but we need to love you first. Like
Right.
I always say to myself, like think of like you're going to like a network event and somebody says, "Hi, nice to meet you." What's your name? I don't go, "Hi, I'm Lefty the filmmaker." No, I say, "Hi, I'm Lefty." "Oh, cool, Lefty. What do you do?" "Oh, I'm a filmmaker." It's secondary.
Right.
Filmmaking is not my, it's not, it's a part of my identity, but it's not my identity.
Right.
So keep the product separate.
Okay. That's great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
You're awesome.
Oh, thank you. Anybody else? All right, don't all raise your hands at once now. Jeez.
Julia, I've never heard you this quiet.
Well, he's doing a great job, and everybody's got, Dana had great questions, and you took great notes, but I always lead with relationship first. I never lead with I'm here to make a sale. And even if somebody's asking me or talking about a pain point, I say, listen, I'm not trying to make a sale, but I have something that can help you. I don't want people to think that I'm just you know, having a conversation just to make money. I'm like, there's a girl on Threads who commented something about anxiety and depression, and I messaged her. I'm like, I'm so sorry you are struggling. What is going on? And we had the back and forth about how she has these doctor's appointments and she's misdiagnosed. And I did comment on her post saying, oh, I use clean CBD. And
Hmm.
she wrote, message me. I want to know more about it. So I messaged her. I'm like, there's a lot of junk out there. She goes, I know there is. And then we just started like that friendship conversation. It didn't last very long.
Yeah.
We started following each other on Instagram and on Threads, but I planted that seed, right? I planted that seed, and then I will casually post things that I know will help her, like the jellies and the collagen and the core bloom. So that's what it starts with. It starts with relationships, really like caring about other people.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Hmm.
And also know that your story is this is a funny one, but your story is not actually about you. If your story is about you, you are doing everything wrong. Your story is actually about them.
Hmm.
Okay? So I'll give an example to that. Let's use our homie Superman, okay? I'm not I am not from the planet Krypton. I am not an alien. I cannot relate to an alien, okay? But I can relate to somebody who moved out of Toronto, is in a new small town, who had to grow up and understand different ways and different people and, you know, feel sympathy for him having his planet be obliterated and losing his parents. That is where you can become relatable to Superman, right? So when you can kind of start telling your story through something that is going on in your life, but you can almost sense that like somebody else out there is going to go through the same shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or like they either have or they are or they are possibly about to, right? So
Well,
that is
that's what she asked me. She goes, I want to know your story.
mm,
She's like, I want to know what you took and how it helped you.
yeah.
So, because she related to me, we related to each other, and we're both struggled at some point in our life. So, it was kind of cool. I sent her the video that you made us do about a product, and I sent her that, and I don't know, she seemed to ask the right questions, which was
Well,
cool.
that's good. No, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. I mean, it's yeah, like honestly, storytelling is great, right? Like if you and where people get it wrong, and this is why I say like just because you know how to tell a story doesn't make you a storyteller, is because the like Hollywood, for example, is not in the business of making movies. They're in the business of building worlds, right? This is why we get sequels and trilogies and like Scream 7 and Avatar 3 and Jurassic Park 15 at this point. You know what I mean? Like they are in the world of universes, right? It's another reason why we had like 30, God knows how many Marvel movies, right? So, but what we're doing online and why we feel like we're not actually building a true audience is because like you're building your content like Titanic. I can't do a sequel to Titanic. Titanic is Titanic. Like once I see the movie's done. Like I gotta find a new movie now. And and you wake up every morning and you're just like, well, shit, I gotta find a way to write a new Titanic. And you jump on that hamster wheel and you're just writing Titanic after Titanic after Titanic. I got no journey that way. I have there's nothing really for me to follow you on, right? You become a news outlet, like I say. Like, oh, okay, like what's Julia's tabloid about today? Like that's all it is. Like it's not there's nothing for me to follow, right? But yeah, that like think of the life as like think of the life as a universe. Think of it as a universe. Think of how you can build. Think of like a journey that you can take people on. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time. You're not going to get it right away, but just like the gym, muscles, right? Like you gotta you gotta build the muscle. If there's no muscle, then there's nothing. Um I mean, outside of this, look, I do have a community that I give weekly challenges with. I drop like insider information all the time. Is that something that you like ladies would be interested in? Like just having in a nutshell, like a director in your pocket?
They're all nodding.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Take off the microphone. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right. So here, I'm gonna drop you this link, okay? I'll tell you right now, I've moved a lot of my stuff over to my new home. And as anybody knows, if you're a homeowner, it takes about 30 to 60 days to finally be move-in ready. Okay. So that right there is it's pretty much my community. It is $97 a month. Okay. At any point in time, you do have other access to like other courses and other things that I do as you level up and you skill up. I would not recommend you jumping into anything like that until you kind of like build your foundation. But there's one thing in there that I just released today, which is like an entire showrunner homework catalog from beginning to end of who you are, what your show is about, why it needs to be told. Like it's like just the probably the best thing since sliced bread, in my opinion. Okay. Um, but that's it right there. And again, I'm just kind of, like I said, mobile at the moment. So if there is any issues with getting in, like just please like message Julia or Alyssa and like give me like the proper contact information and I will make sure that you guys get your login access because I'm still learning this new platform. It's crazy. But so far everybody's gone in super, super good. So I'm happy for that. But essentially that's what it is. Right out the gate, I have 20 challenges in there, which is literally a challenge a week for 20 weeks. Like you can literally just make you can make a quarter of a year's worth of content just off of that alone. On top of, teaching you how to become a cult classic, teaching you how to become a showrunner, teaching you any and all other tips and tricks, and having conversations like this on a daily, weekly, whenever things pop into my head, and I'm like, oh, my people need to know this. It's all in there. And I call it the Persona Club 2.0 because it is just that. It is 2.0. I don't gatekeep anything. I've stopped gatekeeping and I'm pretty much just giving it all. My whole brain is in there. So again, I'm not saying this to end the conversation. We can definitely still have a conversation and keep chatting and keep asking your questions. But I just want to throw that in there before I forgot and it's too late. But I mean, is it really ever too late? No, it's never too late. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, like please, like I would love to keep answering these. Don't be shy.
Lefty, will you drop your YouTube channel or link in the chat as well? I was trying to pull it up, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, here we go.
You could probably get it quicker.
Another thing, I am on the road to 10,000 subscribers this year. So YouTube kind of stripped away almost 100 subscribers from me at the beginning of the year. I believe they were doing a bot check, and I don't control that, but it does suck when you are a smaller creator. When you see just 100 subscribers just disappear overnight, and you're like, ah. Um,
That happened to me on Instagram last week.
oh, geez, it's
Yeah,
the
it was like
worst.
200 went away. I'm like, where did they go?
Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. So, yeah, my goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Again, my YouTube channel is my story. It's all about you though, and it's like I said, it's based on a true story. It's a coming of age film, and you're there to watch some great cinematic vlogs and kind of get away from life for like 5 to 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Questions.
no, it's good. You are your own journey. You sent me your always the fat kid, and
Yeah.
I could tell just by looking at you that you don't look the same from the last time we were on.
Wow.
Really?
No, no. You've definitely lost weight. Round of applause.
Oh, thank you very much. So
You're welcome.
just to let you all know, I started at 260. I'm 244 right now.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations.
Took a while. I had a little bit of stubborn fat on me the first like 2, 3 months. It just would not go away.
Mhm.
Weeks that went by that I kept seeing like 258, 257, 258. And I'm just like,
Oh
oh my
Lord.
gosh, like this is never gonna go away. I was eating healthy. I was going to the gym every single day because I'm training 6 days a week and I'm with my martial artist 2 days a week. So it's like I'm literally training 8 days a week and it's like the scale wasn't moving and I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't know if it is gonna move. Like I got so scared at one point. But yeah, no, 15, 16 pounds down.
That's
So
amazing.
that's
Keep going.
thank you. Thank you. It's the big
Awesome.
reveal on
Great
my
job.
birthday at the end of the year.
Yay. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
better to
yeah.
lose it slow anyway.
That's right.
It's better to lose it slow because you keep it off longer from what I hear. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But okay, come on, enough about me. Girls, like, come on.
Ah.
Like,
Well,
where are the questions?
they all have your website, which is good. It's in the chat. So if they want to take a look at what you have to offer, that's available. And we will share that with two other groups too, to Elise's team and then another team we're going to share it
Okay.
with this recording. So make sure you get Elisa the recording or myself, and we'll be able to
As
share
soon as
that.
possible. Yeah.
Two took pages of notes. Catherine said that was awesome. She took pages of notes. She said, thanks so much.
Well,
That was
I want to know. I love the notes, but I always like to know the takeaways. Like notes are great, but what was like that one thing that's like that was the aha moment for today.
I liked when you said that the story is not mine, it's theirs.
Hmm.
You
Same.
have
That
one
I
more
liked.
subscriber on YouTube now,
Yes, yes, me too, Courtney.
helping you get to that 10K.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm gonna give you another example, okay? So like you guys know A24, the
No,
the film production studio. They did Hereditary, Spring Breakers, um Talk to Me.
I don't know.
Backrooms is just coming out. Mother Mary just came out. They did Marty Supreme. Nobody goes to the
Okay.
movies. Nobody watched trailers. Okay,
Nope, I
so
have heard of Mother Mary, but I haven't seen it.
okay. The drama with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya that was produced by
Ooh,
A24.
yes, I haven't heard of that one too.
Okay, honestly, you girls live under a rock? Go
Yeah, a
watch
lot of
these
us are,
films.
moms and barely get out.
Okay, well, they have a membership on their site too. You can get access their entire catalog. No, anywho, so what A24 does, which is really amazing, is they never over explain, right? They understand that their audience is smart enough to come up with their own conclusion,
Hmm.
right? So they never like they'll never sit there and be like, um, you know, uh, how can I put it? Like, let's say, let's say we had like like somebody who was like abused as an example. Okay, they don't come out and say like she was abused, right?
Mhm.
If you say she was abused, what you're literally saying is like my audience is stupid, and I have to paint that, and I have to tell them.
Right.
What they do is like cinematically is they'll get a close up of like her hand shaking every time a male coworker passes by. So you have to be like, oh, why does she act like that? You know what I mean? So it's kind of in that like show don't tell, right? And that's kind of like how you want to think about your content is like treat your audience like they're detectives. Like don't you don't
I
have to
like
like
this.
yeah, right? So you don't have to like over explain what you're doing and what you're talking about. Like let them come to that conclusion. Treat them that like they're intelligent enough to figure you out.
You know what this is making me think of? So, with what our products are, we're limited on what we can say. And I think a lot of people in the beginning, or up until maybe this aha moment right now, are like, oh, that's so frustrating. I can't say the word anxiety. I've got to describe it. That's our benefit. Now that's our superpower because that makes us have to think about what do these symptoms that I'm experiencing, how do they make me feel, rather than saying, I have blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Explain how whatever you have makes you feel, this is a aha moment,
There you
right?
go.
And it goes back to like it literally goes back to just film yourself, have fun, right? Like, I don't know, like sit on the side of your bed and just like shake or rock back and forth, like make people wonder, like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, what's happening right now? You know what I mean? And then you can kind of and then you can maybe write the post below it, right? Like just get them to um, like yeah, just get them to like figure that out on their own. Like it's. I don't
This is very
that's
tricky. It's just such a different way of thinking.
I know we have to
You know what I
It
rewire our
mean?
is.
brains, kind of.
It is. You got to kind of like metaphor bomb them. You know what
And
I
I
mean?
honestly
Like,
don't feel like my story is that interesting to tell, to be
Not
honest.
true. Oh my gosh. First of all, you're a twin boy mama. What's interesting about that? That's a wild life.
That's all it is, though. Like,
yeah. So see, you would think that's boring, but then you got Brendan Fraser who plays a 500-pound guy who's stuck in a small apartment for almost 2 hours and they don't leave that room for the entire film.
mm,
Yeah.
And it's called The Whale, and it's on Prime, and it's one of the greatest films ever. If you
wow.
think your life is boring, go watch The Whale. One actor, one location.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Shut me up.
And you'll literally be like, if they can make this like the most interesting movie in the world, like, okay, maybe not in the world, but if they can make this movie interesting, like
Right.
I can do it. Like, it's not, it's not just like pouring a cup of coffee in the morning. It's like how do you go to that coffee machine? Where is the light coming from through the windows? Like are like roll up the curtains, do something, like make it like at the end of the day it might be old news to you, but you're about to deliver something so fresh to your audience
Audience,
that they're
yeah.
going to be like, "Holy shit, where did this come from?" Right? To you, it's gonna be old news, but to them, it's gonna be like, wow, like this deserves an Oscar, you know? So, like in that sense, it was like it was pretty much that, right? Like that's how I would do it. Like, don't be afraid to even like give that slow burn energy, right? Everyone's like so quick, fast paced, ba 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 ba, right? Like you're just polishing a turd at that point. right? When you have like all this, when you have all this like fast movement and fast transitions in your video, like in my opinion, all you're telling me is that like you have to cover up your shitty storytelling,
Yeah.
right? Right? Slow burn. Like
Mm.
give it a slow burn, right? Like imagine like how can I even put it? Like, you know, like a perfect metaphor bomb would be like, you know, imagine doing a film of somebody having a panic attack in the line at the DMV. Like, like that's like what? Like I want to see that film because like they're freaking out that they're just waiting to have their spot, you know, that they're waiting for their moment to get to the front of the line. And maybe when they get to the front of the line, it's like, oh, sorry, it's lunch, and they close the till and they're right? Like, you know, give them like give your audience that same feel. Like just again, these tricks are not just hoarded by Hollywood. You can do it too.
We can do it when we have you in our pocket.
I mean, yeah, but
Mhm.
look, I'll give you a little bit of a breakdown on how A24 tells their stories. Okay? How you ready to write it down? Because there's 5 phases. Everybody's got those pens and pencils out? Okay. Phase one is denial. The character is in denial of what they're actually going through, who they are, what they're about. They they have they have a belief that um they're pretty much, let's say they have a belief that their shit don't stink. Okay? Let's use that as an example. Okay? Then you got phase two in their storytelling message, which is the breakdown. The character in all A24 films finally come to the realization that like, oh my gosh, like this is not happening to me right now. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to deal with this, right? Phase three is rock bottom. They always allow their characters to just spiral out of control. Phase four is acceptance. They finally accept that they have a problem and they need to get it fixed. And I'm going to pull an A24 trick on you. What do you think phase five is? One of you are going to answer that for me. If it's acceptance, what comes next?
You
We
fix it.
figure it out.
We figure it out.
There you go. Otherwise known as transformation.
Okay.
See, I let you guys
Yeah.
be smart about it. You were my intelligent audience, and you figured it out.
This follows the hero cycle. Do you know the hero cycle?
It's backwards, but yes. Um, I don't. When I think like the hero cycle or hero journey, I think of it more like I'm thinking like Lord of the Rings. I'm thinking
I'm
like,
thinking the Odyssey because we're teaching it right now. That's what made me think of it.
oh, the Odyssey. Yeah, that's a good one
Yeah.
too. Can't wait for
Yeah.
the movie. I hope
Oh, I'm
Christopher
so
Nolan.
excited.
I
Mhm.
hope Nolan does a good job. I mean, hey, look, I mean, I'm going to watch it as a Greek, okay? So it's like if they screw up my history, there's a problem. But so far, so good. So
Yeah.
far, so good. But that's
So
it.
how do I
Like,
take these 5 steps and turn it into some really good reels
yeah, so the
or
great thing,
stories or whatever?
so the great thing is that you can create one reel with all 5 phases, or you can create 5 separate reels using one product and showing the journey of denial, breakdown, rock bottom, acceptance, and transformation. And if you do it that way, you have just created an episodic series. And that's your first journey to pretty much learning this antisocial method of mine. And it
There
doesn't
you
mean
go.
being antisocial. Anti is my framework that actually stands for architect, narrative, trust, and identity. which you can learn all about that in the club. But yeah, so it's
Thank you.
like at that point it's like you want to like the external conflict essentially has to become inseparable from the internal healing, right? You want to find a way to like create tension. Like at the end of the day, like we've all heard the have we heard the term like controversy equals cash? So why do you think everyone's so stuck on like keeping up with the Kardashians? There's tension all the time. There's always tension. There's always controversy, right? And the more shit they go through, the more we want to watch their show. The more we want to buy Kim's fucking Spanx. The more we want to, you know, buy Kylie's makeup. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that their products are any better than like the $12 stuff that you buy on Amazon. It's just they've attached an entire story to their product. They're not just products anymore. You know, there's there's a mission behind it, right? Like when I'm like I watched Kim's masterclass. I also watched her mom's masterclass. It was it was fucking brilliant. Like it was probably one of the greatest master classes I watched. And literally she would like no word of a lie. She literally just came out and said like I really only invented these Spanx for me because I have like huge hips and a huge ass and like nothing I could buy at Target, Walmart, and any of the other stores would fit me. So she literally just made a product for herself. And then you just had all these like, no pun intended, all these big ass women who came out and they're just like, oh, I need your product because like these Spanx don't fit me at Walmart either. And then she just started selling it. But like, she literally just created something for herself, attached a story to it, attached a mission, and then magic. It's almost like a CBD oil is a CBD oil. Nobody cares about CBD. So you got to make people care about CBD. And they're only going to care about that through how you present it and how you show up, right? Um, but that's where you got to kind of be creative with it, and just go back to having fun and just do things that like you normally wouldn't do. Shoot something that you normally wouldn't shoot. Go to a go to a location that you normally would not go to. It's called, like genre blending. Like I'll give you a perfect example of genre blending. Like bring like your CBD to like a golf course. Like golf courses are known just for like rich execs and lawyers and doctors, and now you're bringing like CBD there. Like it doesn't make sense. Like you're gonna throw people for a loop. They're gonna be like, "What? That doesn't belong here." And that's what makes it so genius because you blend the two genres. You're taking something that was like primarily attached to like the stoner community, and you're bringing it into like wealthy living. You know, when you blend the two genres, you create like a story that people are going to want to follow.
That definitely happens with CBD.
Yeah, yeah, or any other product. Just like
Yeah,
there's,
right.
it doesn't matter. Just you got to create genre whiplash, as I like to call it.
All right.
And you think that, like everything that you're talking about, most of us are on Instagram and Facebook, maybe a little bit of TikTok,
Hmm.
like this all can be used there as well. Like, I feel like a lot of what we've talked about is like very YouTube driven, and none of us are really on there. And I've thought about that, getting on YouTube and doing shorts and stuff, because I feel like that's a missed market. No one in our group is really doing that, but I just haven't had time to dabble into it. But all this can be used on any platform.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Micro dramas are $11 billion industry, and they started on TikTok.
And think of that as that's what your reel is. Your reel is a story.
Right.
It's an episode.
It's a 3-minute story. Yeah. Like, and like I said, like micro drama started on TikTok, and literally they are like they were valued at $11 billion last year. Like they blew up. So you get like you create like kind of like a micro drama or like some sort of like micro series. Not everything has to be like the reason why I am an advocate for YouTube is because videos on YouTube, they don't have a shelf life, right? You produce something today and at the end of the day, if it's story driven, it's still gonna hold
Relevant.
weight 10 years from now because nobody can tell you that you didn't go through that. Yeah, you did, right? But
Oh,
like another reason like why I'm an advocate for YouTube too is this. Google last year came out with pretty much like a release form of some sort, a newsletter. I don't even remember what it was right now. But they said in order for somebody to buy from you and to feel like they trust you, they need to spend 7 hours with you. I don't know how well your math is, but 7 hours over 30-second reels is almost 900 reels, which also means that you have to have a 100% success rate on
that's
viewership in order for that person to spend 7 hours with you. I don't know about you. I don't have time to make 900 videos, but I do have enough time in 12 months to create 14 30-minute videos or even 24 15-minute videos,
hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And you can produce that as a season. I mean, all sitcoms have anywhere between 22 to 24 episodes. Consider that a season. Film it. I wouldn't even post anything for the rest of the year. I would just stick to the DMs until you can actually like find something tangible worth posting.
And you,
Obviously, use your stories, do something to like upkeep. I'm just a psychopath like that. I'm a cuckoo. Like I'll literally like fuck off from all social media for like 6 months just to like produce the best show in the world. Like I don't expect anybody to be as crazy as me. But like that's almost that's almost like the kind of thinking that you have to have, right? That's almost the kind of thinking where you now start building like, oh, I have a video for that, right? Your your Instagram reels are dead within 72 hours. Your YouTube videos never really die.
mm,
Like they do, like at some point the algorithm will naturally and organically stop pushing the video. But if all of a sudden, like, you know, 10 years down the road, like we're drinking and having CBD like we're like water, like it's gonna become a hot topic. And guess whose video is gonna be at the top of the algorithm 10 years from now? Yours, because your season was all about it when it wasn't like the cool thing at the moment.
mm.
Yeah.
Can you reuse things from your past to tell your story, or should you just stick with moving forward?
No, 1,000,000%. Yeah, 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 of course. But you wanna be able to you want to be able to sprinkle those things in periodically until you feel like you have a trusted enough audience that they're gonna care for that,
Because
right?
that's where I got a lot of movement on Facebook because of my twins. And so like I started, monetizing and stuff out of nowhere. Like I didn't intend to do
Yeah,
that. It
yeah,
just
yeah.
happened. And then, sprinkle in Green Compass and it got a lot of attention initially. And so I was kind of doing the both, but I started dying off on the twin stuff a little bit, but that's what people wanted to see, And so then life happened and I kind of got away from creating a lot. So then the monetization changed. And now I've got to worry about coming back up with all of that, but no one
Mm.
wants to see my CBD stuff. Everybody wants to see the twin. So I'm trying to figure out how to work that all together
So
or
you gotta
separate
find,
it.
yeah, you gotta find a way to make them not. main characters, but supporting cast. And I'll tell you why. Well, first of all, how old are your twins?
There are four now. A
They're
lot of they got a lot of what was happening was when they were like one and two, and maybe a little younger than one, was where like
yeah.
my stuff was like generating a lot of buzz in the twin world and whatever. So,
Got it. Got it. Okay, like I mean, so they're still young, so you still have time. But like, I'll give you a here's a trap that a lot of parents fall into. One specific parent, and that comes to mind. There was this like, there was this kid who I think he was like 10 years old. I think he was 10 years old at the time. He generated about $8 million on YouTube unboxing toys. Okay.
yes, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, that little Asian kid.
Yes.
So, anywho.
Ryan's World.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
son was obsessed with it. We're
Okay.
part of, we contributed to that 8 million.
Perfect. Because you want to be like, well, what's the hottest toy for my kid? But
Right.
guess what? He grew up and he
Hmm.
didn't want to
They
unbox
had to
toys
change
anymore.
their whole brand.
He didn't want to
Mm,
unbox toys anymore. So his revenue dropped, his subscribers dropped, everything dropped. So at the end of the day, yeah, like first off, your twins are a blessing and they're probably like the coolest kids ever. But at some point, that's going to drop off
yep.
because they're going to get older and they're going to be like, "Don't put me in front of a camera, mom. I don't care to be a
Yep.
part of this, mom. I don't care to be a part
True.
of that, mom." And now you're going to be like, "Well, shit, I'm shit out of luck." Right?
Yep.
So it, I would almost say like turn your twins into Easter eggs.
Okay.
You just kind of have them show up every once in a while where it's like the focus doesn't leave you, but somebody can still be like, "Oh, she has twins. That's so cute." Right?
Interesting. Okay.
Because at some point, like, they're going to be 6 and then they're going to be 8 and then they're going to be, and like their interests will always change.
Yeah,
Right? So you don't want to make them the focus because that's just going to hurt you in the long run.
that makes sense.
Right?
Yep.
So that's how I would navigate that. But yeah, like YouTube, like honestly, YouTube is not really as scary as people think it is. Um, what's scary is like I can't hold somebody for 30 seconds. Why would somebody want to listen to me for 30? Right?
Yep.
But you don't. But you don't. So I'm gonna say this one last thing, and then we'll cut this conversation because I think this is like a very, very integral piece. Okay, you got to think of YouTube as your home. Okay, you have short form content. You have, uh, I guess you could say you have short form content. You have middle form content, which is let's say like the 5 to 15 minute mark, and then you have your long form content, which is your 30 to 60 minute videos. Okay. You are nowhere close to ever right now producing 30 to 60 minute videos. Not because you don't have the skills to speak for 30 minutes, it's because you don't have the trust
Rust.
with your audience to have somebody sit there, right? So you want to think about this like your house. The shorts are your front door, your 5 to 10 minute videos are your hallway, and your 60 minute videos are inviting someone to sit on the couch with you. You don't want to start with your shorts. You want to start with your 5 to 10 minute videos. Why? Because shorts viewers and long form viewers never overlap each other. Someone who watches your shorts will never watch your long and vice versa. It's two different algorithms. Also, you if you start a shorts channel, then decide to go, well, I think I want to make long form videos now. You shot yourself in the foot and you got to start a brand new channel because you have trained that algorithm that you only make short form content.
Oh
So
no.
it's not gonna like you very much when you start making 5 to 10 minute videos, right? So again, imagine like when you so I you do a handful or 2 seasons, let's say, as I like to call it, of your 5 to 10 minute videos, upwards of 15. Okay. And the reason why you do 15-minute videos is for 2 reasons. One, mid-roll ads are the biggest money makers on YouTube, and a mid-roll ad can only be unlocked after 8 minutes. Because if it's shorter than 8 minutes, YouTube has nowhere to place that ad. Secondly, from a story perspective and a life perspective, you get into a little bit of human psychology. Work breaks are 15 minutes, lunch breaks are 15 minutes, recess is 15 minutes.
Mm.
You quickly go to the bathroom, it's roughly about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on what you're doing in there, right? Like everything is done psychologically in life in 15-minute increments. So it is easier for someone like unknowingly or subconsciously to schedule your video into their life, right?
Wow.
The long form, when you finally do get to the 30, 60 minute mark, and you track like you essentially track the insights, right? When you start seeing that your retention starts to go up, you go, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm going to give him a 20-minute video today or this week. Maybe I'm going to see what happens if I do 25 minutes, right? Like you will get the acceptance from the audience when you can do a 40% retention or higher. So if you make a 10-minute video, if everyone is still sticking around by the 4-minute mark, they have given you the green light to test a longer video, right? But now, when I say 30 minutes and 60 minutes, why the 2 formats? Well, number one, sitcoms are 30 minutes, and any other thriller, drama, horror, true crime, murder mystery, those are all more or less 60-minute episodes. In television, it would either be 22 minutes or 44 minutes. Why? Because that additional time it was left for commercial breaks. We don't have commercial breaks on YouTube technically, but that's coming. That's coming. So I'm not going to get into that because that's a lot. But once you start to see the retention go up, that is your audience giving you permission to test a longer video. And I like to call that the couch content because now you move from the hallway to like, you're about to dim the lights and start making out, baby. That's where we're at. But um you bring them to the couch because what's happening in the 30 to 60 minute mark is they are now willingly giving up their Netflix time to watch you. And when you can get your audience to that point, girl, you've hit the holy grail. I've done that for other people. I've not done that for myself. But I mean, it is tough. It is tough. I mean, I do make feature films, so I mean, like if you're gonna sit down and watch a movie of mine, you're watching it for a reason and a purpose. So I don't think that really counts in my opinion. But because it's kind of like you're almost forced to watch the movie as opposed to being like willingly wanting to. So yeah, I don't count that. So that's why I say I've done it for others. I haven't done it for myself. But yeah, when you're into that territory, you are literally like someone is literally saying, I'm not watching Love is Blind today. I'm watching Dana. Like to make that commitment to be like, I don't care what Nick Lachey says today. Like, I want to know about this CBD. Like, that's huge. And that's what you want. That's what everybody needs to strive for.
Feels
I
like
hope
that's a lot to figure out.
it is. It is.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot.
Well,
makes
we can,
sense.
it does make so much sense. And obviously we can make baby steps and we can apply all of this into just our day-to-day content. I mean, even what he said, when we're making our coffee, like film your feet walking down the stairs. Like I just woke up, right? I'm gonna film my feet as I'm walking down. And then like he says, like I'm opening up the blinds and the cup is filling up and and then I'm pouring. It's like it's all a part of the film.
I
And
need to film my setting up for my TikTok live more. I haven't done that yet.
yeah, yeah. I mean, whatever works. Look, you girls have a big advantage. Okay? Like, uh, like if you and I were to do the same thing on camera, film the exact same angles, it's not gonna hit the same. Like, I might be a good-looking guy, but I'm not fucking cute. Right? Like there's a reason why like when you watch a girl's vlog over a guy's vlog, I have to really put in that effort to be like, yo, I need to watch this dude's stuff. But like girls can just be cute, you know? Everything you do is dainty and cute. Like, like you have that advantage to like even what you were saying, like just like film your feet walking down the stairs. Like imagine I did that. You'd probably be like, ew, I don't want to see that. Like, you know what I mean?
With
So,
shoes on.
well, yeah, sure, you could
At
have
least I
shoes
will not be wearing shoes in her house though.
on.
Right, girl.
But there's just that, you know, despite the personalities, whether you're like a tomboy or rugged or whatever, like the point is that like there is a cuteness factor that us men don't have that you should all play to your advantage when you're doing storytelling. Because it translates, as sad as it is to say, it translates better for women than it does for men.
Yeah, sense. Sorry.
No, it's
Sorry, not
okay.
sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
just
that's why
kidding.
all my clients are women. I love working with women. So it's like there's a reason for that. They make my movies look better too. But I mean, yeah, that's like I said, I can keep going for hours, but I don't want to info dump you guys. So I mean, I hope you got everything that you needed and more today. Um,
Yeah,
and
this was
yeah,
great. Thank you.
you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. We'll be in touch and we just appreciate your time tonight. I know everybody and the ones that
Very
had to pop
much.
off too. So you're the best.
Oh, thank you. And
Thank you so much.
Have a
And
good night,
Lexi
ladies.
and I are friends on Facebook, so if you want to connect with him, just find him on my Facebook page. I'm under my friends.
yeah,
I think you can see everybody on mine.
totally down for that.
Yeah.
I'll look
Hey,
out
if
for
you
that.
if you follow my YouTube, I'll have 148 followers.
Woo!
That's good,
Subscribers.
Courtney.
Oh,
That is
okay.
There you
good.
go.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Nice
I'll,
job.
Yeah, but what you
that,
said about YouTube videos, so I've done more long form videos. I recently started doing short, but like you said, it's kind of weird. But I have videos that I made. It's a progressive muscle relaxation for kids. That one just, I mean, it's not got like millions or anything, but for
sure.
the level compared to mine, I mean, it has, like 4,000 views because
Wow.
people rewatch that stuff.
Yeah.
So too, if there's anything like that, I mean, our content is a little bit different, but
Mhm.
if there's something like that that people might reference to go back to, YouTube is a good one to put that on. Whereas other platforms, people don't really go back to those those videos.
Yeah.
But YouTube, they will. They'll be like, I pinned that video and I'll go back to it or I'll save it.
Yeah, so just like
Right.
go look at your YouTube studio and just go into your stats, like maybe check like the last like 5 videos and then just go look at
Yeah.
your retention rate. Like go look at your AVD, average view duration for those who don't know that term, and see where you're sitting. Like if you see that it's like averaging that 30 to 40%, like that's your window to be like, okay, my videos are 10 minutes. Let's try a 20-minute video next time, right? Like your audience is literally giving you that signal that they like want more from you. You know what I mean? And then test it. And then guess what happens? Let's say it flops. Like who cares? Like just go back to like your shorter videos, until you build up that muscle to like work your way up to a 20-minute video again.
Hmm.
Yeah. This was all great.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Well, I have
Bye.
to go watch some HBO now, and I don't know if you guys haven't seen Euphoria, you definitely should. What a show.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
we'll check it out.
Yeah,
Oh.
Euphoria is wild. I personally think it's what puts Zendaya on the map, but that's
Okay.
my opinion. It definitely puts Sydney Sweeney on the map. So
Yeah.
All right.
she's awesome at what she does too. Yeah. So I'm gonna go do that. And I will look out for all the
you.
friend requests coming in.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
All right, cool.
you.
Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you.
Good night,
Bye.
ladies.
Bye.
Good
Night.
night.
Good night.